Yo, we got your boy Chris here. Welcome back to another video, and today will be your matchmaking UFC Winnipeg winners and losers. Starting off with the winner of the main event in Mike Maylad. Mike Maylad really proved that he is talented, that he's not some shitty prospect. He won. He's in the top 10 now. I think he should go against the loser of Brady Buckley. I think that would put them around 6 or 7. Mike Malett needs to step up. I'm curious on who loses this fight. I think it's going to be Brady who loses this fight. So I think it would be Mike Malett versus Sean Brady. But if Brady wins, if Mike Malett beats the winner of this fight, or the loser of Brady Buckley, he is going to be in the top 4. And that's a crazy world. I think he loses to both of them, but he is improving. He needs to keep being active. He can't just fight on Canadian cards because he is 35 years old. He's getting up there in age. He needs to make his run now. Moving on to the co-main event and the true Canadian prospect, Charles Jourdain. I hear people saying that he robbed Kyler Phillips. I think he won rounds 2 and 3 really soundly. I think he fights Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera needs to fight down in the division. Charles Jourdain is around 13 to 14 now. Vera is coming off of a 4 or 5 fight losing streak. It's only fair to match him up against Charles Jourdain. And I think this is a really interesting matchup. I think Jourdain wins. But it could be really, really interesting. I don't know who else you match up Vera with. Like, you need to breathe some new blood. Plus, Vera's fought on the Canadian cards before. Everything's matched up. And, Vera's going to take some time off and then come back. Charles Jourdain is very active. You could make this at the end of the year, beginning of next year. Jai Herbert knocked out Mandel Nalo in the featured fight of UFC Winnipeg. Shocking outcome. Nalo was beating his ass for the majority of the fight. Jai Herbert is kind of just a random fighter. He's not going to be in the ranked conversation. He's not going to really get a big name. But he is a winnable fight. He's a big enough name because of the head kick against Poirier and this knockout. I think you give him John Pork on his debut on International Fight Week. Both strikers, both high activity. This will be a crazy fight. John Pork, very winnable fight for him. Very winnable fight for Jai Herbert, too. I think this is a great fight. Get John Pork in the UFC. Make him make his debut against a known name, which is Jai Herbert. And, it's always a good story, beating the guy that beat or nearly knocked out Ilia Topuria. Jasmine Jasdovicius, boring ass fight with, I don't remember her fucking name, Corrine Silva. You can't do much. I mean, she lost to Manon. She's not going to get a title shot. She lost to Manon. Macy Barber is coming off of a loss against Grasso, one of the most brutal finishes I've ever seen. Similar timetables. Make this in October, November. Winner gets the number 1 contenders fight. Gage Young versus Coway Fernandez. This could put them in the conversation for a ranked opponent. Gage Young had a split decision against Moises. Coway's coming off the win against Harry Hardwick. These two are on the verge of being ranked, so put them against each other. Winner of them gets into the rankings or get a ranked fight. And it would be a fun stand and bang fight. The accurate striking of Coway versus the brawling style of Gage. Could be a fun matchup. Put Barbosa against someone that has an iron chin. This dude hits like a Mack truck. He destroyed Dennis Bazookian. I want to see him against Michael Aswell, who has an iron chin. There's not much to say. And Michael Aswell is a good step up in competition. And I'd like to see how Barboza does in the second round against someone that will not back down. Robert Valentin, I mean, again, I'm going by these fast because it's like 4 a.m. But Valentin finally got his first win in the UFC. Put him against Azamet Bokoyev. Why not? Bokoyev has shown that he's pretty shit. Valentin is decent. It kind of makes sense. Similar timetables. Valentin, winner of this, stays in the UFC. Gohan beat Tanner Boser by KO. Really entertaining fight. He's pretty much on the verge of a top 15 fight. Like, once you win one fight against a no-name in the heavyweight division, you could get a ranked opponent. Thomas Peterson is not ranked, I believe. I think he's just outside the rankings. If he's ranked, that's even better. Gohan is old. He's an older fighter. You gotta get him in the ring. You gotta get, fast turnarounds. Peterson's coming off of a win. Gohan's coming off of a win. Peterson has such a stinker of a performance in his last fight. Put these two against them. If neither of them are ranked, which I don't believe neither of them are, winner of this gets a ranked opponent. I think Gohan would win this fight. Peterson should get cut for the UFC after that Guillermo Pad fight, but he stays, so whatever. But this would be a fun fight. Fun striking fight. Both of them can wrestle. Both of them will stand and bang. I think Gohan gets him out of there in the second round, but Melissa Croden had a really good fight against a woman I can't pronounce. She needs a ranked opponent. Macy Chazan is coming off of a 2-fight losing streak. She's clearly declining. Croden is on a win streak. She has shown that she's gritty, that she's a really entertaining women's fighter. A lot of blood in all of her fights. Match up them, the two lesbians. Match them up. I think Croden would win this fight. It's a fun striking fight. Croden has the wrestling in her back pocket. Macy has some good jiu-jitsu. I think it works out pretty well for everyone. Croden deserves a ranked opponent, and Macy is on that losing streak, so she needs to fight out of the ranking. And yeah, I mean, all around, women's matchmaking is a lot more difficult, in my opinion, because there's not as many women. Jamie Lynn Horth didn't lose that fight, so I'm putting her in the ranked. I'm giving her a ranked opponent. Give her Karine Silva, who lost her fight against Jasmine. Jamie Lynn Horth has been on a win streak. She got robbed against JJ Aldrich. And I won't stand for Karine Silva's just not talented. She's just not a good fighter. I think Jamie Lynn Horth deserved a ranked opponent. I thought she won that fight. I think everyone thought she won that fight pretty unanimously. I don't know how they gave it to JJ Aldrich. I don't know why they robbed the Canadian in Canada, but terrible, terrible robbery. And I'm not going to punish her for losing that fight. You give her a ranked opponent. Give her Karine Silva, who's on a multiple fight losing streak. I think a 3-fight losing streak. 2 or 3. Similar timetables. As I said, they both fought on this card. Give them 3 months off and then book them again. Yeah. John Castaneda had a draw with Mark Vologden. He showed that he is actually really good at boxing. He's a talented fighter. But I want to give Santiago Luna a step up in competition, and I think Castaneda is the perfect step up in competition. This would be a crazy brawl, crazy striking match. I would lean Luna, but Castaneda he shows that he has grit. He's talented, he's fast, he has good boxing. Luna has shown all the same things. This would be a really big test for Luna. And Castaneda didn't really take too much damage in that fight. You guys can make a quick turnaround. I mean, Luna's been out of there since the beginning of the year. I think this is a good match to make. Vologden should go down to flyweight. I don't know why he's at bantamweight. He's constantly outsized. He should cut down to 125, but he's not. He's not going to. Give him someone who's also a small bantamweight. Give him Long Zhao. This would be a crazy brawl. Both of these guys don't take a back step. They go crazy. The fucking amount of significant strikes that are thrown in this fight would be... It would tie the fight for fucking... From Contender Series. Both of them have devastating power in their hands. Both of them have an iron chin. This would just be a match made in heaven. They're both coming off of, one's coming off of a robbery, one's coming off of a, draw. Match them up. They're both similar sizes. Makes perfect sense in my mind. I'm not going to talk about this guy. John Yanis knocked out James Sahari or whatever. He got submitted by Austin Bashy in the first round. Give him another guy that is on the verge of getting cut. Give him Angel Pacheco. On to the losers. Happy retirement, Gilbert Burns. There's not much to say about it. Congratulations on your retirement. I would have booked him against a number 15 or 14 guy, but like the Danny Rodriguez type guy, but he retired, so I'm glad to see him retire. Kyler Phillips needs to fight someone. Well, he's out of the rankings, I believe. I think Kyler Phillips was number 15, so he lost his ranking spot. Taporia needs one more fight before getting a ranked opposition, and I think Kyler Phillips is a known name and a very high-level opponent. It's a perfect fight. Give him International Fight Week. These two would have a crazy striking fight. Both of them can wrestle. This would really show us just how good Taporia is. And, yeah, because I don't think you can really give Taporia a ranked fight after he beat Bezmak or whatever his name is. Give him Kyler Phillips. If Kyler Phillips can beat Taporia, that's obviously a massive name, and he can get himself right back in the rankings. If Taporia wins, Kyler Phillips is a massive name. Not a massive name, but he's a well-known name in the division. He could get right into the rankings. Indian on Indian violence. They're two different types of Indian. Pure blood Indian, and then a Canadian Indian. This is just a fun fight. I think you can finally get a male Indian fighter to win in the UFC. Just book it. Why not? I mean, Nala would destroy Jubilee, but I think Jubilee should get cut from the UFC. So if this is the fight they make, Indian on Indian violence, Brampton Indian versus Indian, I think it would be a funny fight. Thiago Moises should fight someone that will knock him out. I think Bahamondes coming off that robbery against Tufik. Give him a known name that's not in the rankings so he can get right back onto that winning streak. Thiago Moises is one fight away from being cut from the UFC. After that performance, give him Bahamondes. Give him someone that's going to destroy him. I want Bahamondes to knock out Moises. I've lost so much money on betting on Moises. Dennis Bazoukian should go to bare knuckle fighting. This guy, what's his name? I forgot. How did I forget his name? Oh, Julian LeBlanc. He should be banned from training at an MMA gym. That's what this photo is. I think he should never be able to put on boxing mitts or MMA gloves again. He's terrible. He's genuinely one of the worst fighters that's ever stepped foot in the UFC. Tanner Boser was pretty fun. He was pretty entertaining. He had a good scrap. He showed that he is UFC level. I think they're going to give him another fight. And someone that is coming off of a suspension that is up in International Fight Week, Elvin Hayes, who is definitely going to get another fight. He's a fun personality. He's a very fun striker. I think this is a beautiful match to make. Why not? Tanner Boser is definitely the bigger of the two. I would lean Tanner Boser to win this fight, but Elvin Hayes is actually pretty talented. He did get popped for PED, so you don't want to give him an easy fight. This makes sense. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Daria. I'm going to call her Daria because I know that's her name. Daria lost to Croden. She's an elite striker. Very talented. Give her Alice Pereira. Pereira just knocked out Haley Cohen. I think Pereira needs one more fight before she's able to argue that she deserves a ranked opponent. Daria is a high enough level that if she beats Daria, it proves that she's a actual prospect in the division. And Daria, she's gonna keep getting fights because she is very entertaining. JJ Aldridge should get released from the UFC, but she's not going to. I booked this fight when Regina signed with the UFC, or when she beat her opponent in January. JJ Aldridge versus Regina Tynara, or Tyron. Regina's very talented. JJ Aldridge is incredibly inactive and lost her fight, so she should not be in the ranked opponents level. Regina deserves a ranked fight. Just book this fight, why not? And Jamie should go to LFA or retire. That's about it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.